Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Football Fallout. This episode is all about the wide receivers. If you're new to the show, long story short, here's what I do. I take I show you who was projected in the top 10 from ESPN. I tell you who actually finished in the top 10, and how does that relate to not only week 9 in the waiver wire, but for the rest of the season in the waiver wire. I do give you my top 5 waiver wire pickups at the position, and I also give you my superlatives for the wide receivers this week. You have the Kicked in the Nuts Award. I want to know who kicked you in the nuts. I'm going to tell you who kicked me in the nuts. Ooh, right in the balls. Then I give you my Dumpster Vomit Award of the week, and then the I'm Watching You. I took notice of a player this week, and I'm going to let you know who that is, who should be on your radar as well. Before we get rolling, please give me 2 seconds of your time for 2 clicks, 1 like for this video, and 1 subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we get, the sooner we will actually unlock some new production features from YouTube. We want our channel to be better and more interactive. We're really eager for that, and we need your support to do that, so please, let's get it going. As for the receivers, let's just dig right into the ESPN projected top 10 for week 8. They were Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin, Hopkins, Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Kenny Golladay, Tyreek Hill, Julian Edelman, Stephon Diggs, and Tyler Lockett. Now, who actually finished in the top 10? The ones in white were the ones that ESPN got correct. They actually had a pretty decent week, I think. They got about half of them. But you got Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Golladay, Chris Conley of the Jaguars. That was a big WTF. Where did he come from, right? But the real reason is TD Westbrook. I actually projected Westbrook to do really well. Westbrook went out. Conley, capitalized on that. Great for him. You have Michael Thomas, Julian Edelman, Julio Jones, Hunter Renfrow, Tyrell Williams, a pair of Oakland Raiders, and DeAndre Hopkins. Just a reminder for everybody, this is recorded on Monday before Monday Night Football, so if anybody blew up Monday night and you're like, hey, you missed so-and-so, like Juju Smith-Schuster's not in there, well, that's why. Now, before I get to the waiver wire pickups for week 5 for the position, here are my superlatives. Who kicked me in the balls? Drum roll, please. Who kicked me in the balls? Kenny Stills. Will Fuller was out. Great matchup, potential for him against the Raiders. Raiders secondary that has been giving up yards. Home game for him as well. Couldn't get anything going, especially with a stud at Deshaun Watson at quarterback. You broke my heart and you broke my balls, big guy. Kenny Stills, I was expecting big things for you. I had you in my daily fantasy rotation. Didn't quite get there. That's a bummer. Who won my Dumpster Vomit Award of the week?
You suck!
Ooh, Kiki QT. On the bench, didn't play a snap in the game against the Raiders. They're already talking about maybe he's going to be traded. By the time you watch this video, he might have been traded already. Who knows what's going to happen this week at the deadline. But Kiki QT, man, I was expecting a little bit more, especially with Will Fuller out. I guess you've, kind of worn out your welcome, I guess you could say. I don't really know what the deal is, but you're not getting playing time anymore. Oh, well, there you go, Kiki QT. I don't think, if you're not playing a snap against the Raiders secondary, you're probably not getting there. Now, the I'm Watching You award, who did I take notice of? How could you go another way this week? Hunter Renfrow. I mean, Cooper Kupp, where I had projected, and he's going to be gone in everybody's league, but Hunter Renfrow, man, I don't remember where I said it, maybe on Reddit or something like that, but Hunter Renfrow has the tools to be a really, really good slot receiver. I'd like to see him take a little bit more accountability, getting himself in a little bit better football shape. But you saw him. I mean, he's running away from defenses. He's got great hands. He's in a really nice system for him. I think John Gruden will be able to scheme him open. The more he progresses as a wide receiver, I think the better that Raiders team is going to be. I'm watching you, Hunter. I'm watching you. But let's get into what everybody's probably waiting for here, the top 5 waiver wire pickups of the week. Now, Hunter Renfrow did not make my list, but who did? Marquise Brown, who's been dealing with injury, owned in 67.9% of the league. He dropped under the 70% ownership, so he made my list this week. I like him quite a bit. I actually have him on my team. DK Metcalf, he's more of a red zone target, especially with Will Dissly out, so I like DK Metcalf for the Seattle Seahawks. I like that whole Seattle Seahawks receiving core, by the way. Deshaun Jackson, I have him at 64.2% of the leagues have him rostered. He will be back. He's been dealing with an abdominal issue, but when he comes back, he's going to add another layer and another dimension to this Philadelphia Eagles team. He had, I think, 1.5 really nice games before he got injured, and I think he's going to be very good. Number 4 on my list is Marquez Valdez-Scantling of Green Bay. You've seen what Aaron Rodgers has done the last couple of weeks. Valdez-Scantling and Devontae Adams, the turf toe. You never really know when that turf toe injury is going to make keep a player out for a game or allow them to come back. So Devontae Adams is probably going to be questionable for the rest of the year, seriously. So Valdez-Scantling, 59.1% of the leagues. He should be owned in more leagues. I had him on my list last week. I still can't believe people haven't snapped him up. You got to do that. And then you do have Auden Tate, although Cincinnati's on a bye this week. I have Auden Tate on the list. AJ Green might come back, so I don't have Erickson. I noticed Erickson for the Bengals as well. I think his opportunity kind of goes away, but I think Auden Tate's going to continue to produce even when AJ Green comes back. I think Tyler Boyd's definitely going to take a leap forward, so if you're looking for like a wide receiver, trade target or something like that, Tyler Boyd's a nice one. AJ Green might even be a nice one too, because a lot of the AJ Green owners, they don't really know what they have with them, although if they've held him on their roster for this long, they're probably going to be like, screw it, I'm going to keep him and see what I have. But there you go. That takes me through the week. Once again, everybody, please like this video. Please subscribe. That really does help us. A little bit of effort for you makes a big, big difference for a small fledgling channel like us. We could use your support. If I missed anybody, or if you have any comments, please comment. I love these discussions and everything. I'll be as interactive as my time allows, so please comment, and I'll probably comment right back to you. And then, catch us on another episode. We have, every single position group except for kicker, because kickers are boring, and you never know who's going to miss an extra point or a field goal anyway. Chicago Bears fans, right? Anyway, so we'll catch you on another episode, and see you then. Thanks, everyone.